Hello and welcome back to another episode on Marvel Mad. I'm your host as always, doing the Captain Coffee, and again we have another retrospective Marvel classic review. And yeah, this one is the one. To me, this is the best origin film they've done. It might be my biased, or because I've got more love and interest to this character than the rest. I don't know, but yeah, to me, as I say, bold statement probably is this the best intro to a character, origin story wise, they've ever done in the MCU to date. Sorry, it is to me, but yeah, Captain America: First Avenger, such a good film. I probably resonate with the character more because he wasn't always the toughest guy, the strongest guy, the most powerfulest guy, anything like that, but he fight like the Doctor said to him, he's always fighting for the little guy, and that, to me, that resonates with me more because I was always, he's going to go right deep dive now, but I was always bullied as a kid. Nobody paid much attention to me. I was just left to the side. I wasn't really a part of any big groups or anything like that. I was always, if I was part of a group, I was always the background character, the one that got out of the way, sort of thing, and just got left to it, sort of thing. I was the quietest one. I didn't really speak up or anything like that. I stepped out of my comfort zone when I did my drama GCSEs, like final exam performance, where I was like the main villain, which I've never like done anything like that. I never portray myself to be a bad person or anything like that. I always try and help everybody out and be as friendly as possible, and I'll always respect you if you respect me. It's just how I am, and that's similar to what Captain America, Steve Rogers, is. He wasn't always the toughest guy or the biggest or anything like that. Even when like in the scene where he's fighting the bully in the alleyway, that was me. I wasn't going to step down for a fight. If somebody started on me, I'd try and fight back, even though I wasn't the biggest or the strongest or quickest, anything like that. I would always try and give as much as I got. That's why I got into Taekwondo and progressed through the ranks to the higher ranks there, sort of thing. To me, Captain America, I always represent myself as Captain America, and obviously you've seen in the Comic Cons and stuff like that, sort of thing. He's me. I always feel Captain America is me because he just fights for what's right and doesn't go by what everybody else says, and always puts himself out there and tries to defend the little guys and stuff like that, sort of thing. So yeah, I just adore Captain America, and this first Avenger, when I knew it was coming and I heard they needed to do this one spot on, absolutely spot on. If they didn't get this right, I'd have been devastated, absolutely devastated. But they smashed it out of the park. It's the best. Again, casting wise, it only made 370.6 million in the box office. I don't know how it didn't make a lot more than that myself. Probably because it was like a World War sort of setting and like fight the Nazis and all this and the other sort of thing. But I think it deserved more. Really did deserve more than that lot. And like the cast was Chris Evans, Captain America. How they portrayed him as the skinny guy and then turned him, when they took the two super soldier serum when he was in the tube, and turned him into the Captain America. That was just so well done. It just seemed so seamless from the little guy to the big guy, and I'm like, so nice. Like Hugo Weaving as Red Skull, I know he didn't like it. He didn't like being Red Skull or anything like that. He took a big, what's the word, disheartening and disliking to the role or the film in general. I'm not too sure why, but it was perfect to the Red Skull. Him as an actor as well. Anyway, he's played loads of like Agent Smith in The Matrix. Such a good character. Like V for Vendetta. I always think about him as V for Vendetta because I loved V for Vendetta. We might even do a retro review on that as well, to be honest, because V for Vendetta was one of my favouriteest comic films as well from back in the day. Because that was a really good film. Really good film, that lot. But he's good acting. He played Red Skull perfectly. That lot, like fighting Captain America, using the Tesseract for his powers, and like leading Hydra to world domination and stuff like that, not just taking out like the Allies and stuff, taking out Hitler and the Nazis himself. Such a good storyline, such a good character and everything. Hayley Atwell as Peggy Carter, just perfect. Her not just being a damsel in distress sort of thing, she can fight and she can really look after herself sort of thing. Really, really good. I would definitely check out as well the Agent Carter series as well. It was a really underrated Marvel series, which I think deserved a lot more, to be honest. It was really, really good, and again, I'm tempted to go back. I don't know whether I'll do a review about it. You guys let me know. If you want me to do a review on the Agent Carter series, just let me know that. Just drop a comment down and we'll have a look and see what it's like. But yeah, she was perfect as Peggy Carter. Not the love interest there, but not too much of the soppy stuff, but there was like a connection between them. Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, he's still playing that character fantastically to this day. I've always been a bit disappointed that he wasn't the one that had the cap shield first, but again, letting Sam Wilson have it later on in the films was perfect. But again, him as Bucky Barnes before he even become the Winter Soldier and being like the first one to be the tough guy, but then like when Captain America, when Steve Rogers gets the serum and he's like, oh my god, I'm Ghost, this is how you felt exactly, and that like it's nice to see that other way around of, well, now you know how I've been feeling all these years of just being bypassed, looked over, just kicked to the side, and that sort of thing. So that was really nice. That like Dominic Cooper as Howard Stark, that was not a nice touch. I was not expecting any of the Starks, anything like to be in this, but I should have realised when he was sort of mentioned in the Manhattan Project and stuff like that back in the Iron Man films. So I should have realised he would have been in this film back in the day, obviously. But again, he was really good as Howard Stark, the cocky sort of techie guy, like how Tony Stark originally was before he had his humbling. And I don't really think Howard Stark ever had that humbling in this per se. I don't really think he had it in any of the Agent Carter series or anything like that sort of thing. So that was nice. He played that really, really well in that lot. Toby Jones and Armin Zola, again, he was a really strong character having this as well. Armin Zola can play a real good villain for a long time, even though I think you only seen him twice now in this and another film later down the line. But again, he was a really good character. He played Armin Zola, like Red Skull's little, not minion, but sidekicky sort of character, really, really well. And the whole process of Steve going around all these different army things, trying to get into the armour, but being rejected because of his asthma. Like, I've got asthma, I can know exactly how he feels. That like trying to do everything. This is real deep dive into me now, but I always struggled trying to do any sports or anything like that because of my asthma. When I was younger, my asthma was really bad, and luckily enough, when I did taekwondo and stuff, it helped me like control it better and like defend myself better and stuff like that sort of thing. So again, it was another reason why I felt like I could project myself as Captain America more, because he wasn't always perfect and he always wanted to help everybody, and that's me. That is me. Really is me. And it's just, yeah, his origins of like becoming Captain America, then obviously the Doctor, the one that actually made the serum, he gets shot, and that just really like infuriates him because he tries and stops the agents and stuff like that, and he does. Like when the kid gets thrown into the water, biting his hand and stuff, and you're always expecting the villain's going to go away and he's going to go and save the kid, but then the kid's like, don't worry, I can swim. That was like one of the best like extra sort of moments. Is like, but yeah, this lad's like, you don't need help. That was brilliant, that is. But yeah, he doesn't like, gets the agent, his little submarine, smashes that open, gets him out. He takes the Hail Hydra sort of thing. But there's like funny moments in this film as well, like where when he's skinny and he's training and stuff and trying to get the flagpole. Oh, nobody can get it. He's like, pulls the pin out. Ooh, there you go. All done. It's so good in that lot. And he's like, he doesn't use his brawn, he uses his brain to outsmart people, and that's a good way to be, sort of thing. You don't always have to, doesn't always have to be power, it can be smarts as well. And then when he becomes Captain America, he can combine them sort of two together. And like when they throw the fake grenade as well, because it's Tommy Lee Jones. I'm terrible at bleeding names, but yeah, him. It's like, why do you want to pick him? Look, this is the other lad's the biggest, strongest. And I'm like, why don't you pick him? It's like, no, he's the little guy. You've want him because he'll do things right, sort of thing. And like he throws the fake grenade. He's like, grenade! Everybody else runs away apart from Steve. Jumps like sacrifices himself. And it just shows you, I'm not bothered about me. I'll always do something for everybody else. And it's just so good. Like the first revelation of when he takes off the mask, as Hugo Weaving does, as the Red Skull, and it is the Red Skull. That Red Skull is just, it's so amazing, so perfect and everything. It's just great, absolutely great. And I can't praise this film enough. It's so good. And like when you lose Booker, and like for years and years, there's like the three main characters that always stayed dead in Marvel Comics. Like, was like folklore, was Uncle Ben, Bucky Barnes, and Gwen Stacy. They're like one of the three main people in the comics that always stay dead. And then the Winter Soldier series come along, and that just changed everything, sort of thing. So seeing him, this is the point where he got lost into the ice and stuff like that, and like smashed off the side of the railroad tracks and stuff. That was really powerful to see. And it's one of them films now I can look back and it makes me well up, because it's like, oh, Booker, no, not Booker, no. And it's very few films that I can go back and watch in the MCU now that still makes me well up, and that is one of them. It's just so good. And then obviously the fight with the Red Skull on his big like helicarrier, not helicarrier, but Hydra ship thing, trying to stop him using the Tesseract, and like he used the Tesseract, and you think he's just, in your mind, you just think he's been disintegrated and stuff, but when if you know about the Tesseract and stuff, it's basically like a transportation sort of thing, and you know from then on that's where he got transported to Voromir or something, like when he looked after the Soul Stone basically, and he become like the Watcher of the Soul Stone. That was really good. I always hoped we'd see, from that point as well, I always hoped we'd see the Red Skull, but I'd always hoped it'd be, even though he didn't like it as much, just as a cameo or something, Hugo Weaving doing it. But again, I can completely understand where he comes from, why he didn't like it or whatever sort of thing. And if he didn't want to do it again, that's totally fine. The lad that they did get to do it again in Endgame, Infinity War, might have been both of them, can never remember. But yeah, he did a really good job as Red Skull, and then obviously he has to crash the plane, and that heart-wrenching moment where he's like, we'll go for our date and we'll see you next week, and then you hear it hit the ice, and you think that's it, he's dead. And yeah, I can't do it. Oh dear, always gets me that bit. And like he wakes up years down the line, and they get him out of the ice, and they're trying to like work him way back into it, and they sort of try and fake it, and he goes, no, where am I? I was at that baseball match all them years ago. And like, oh shit, yeah, okay, go. And that's so good. And that's where Nick Fury comes into it, and then you get like the trailer for like I think it was like a year before, you get the trailer for Avengers the next year. I'm like, oh my lord, so good, so good. But yeah, I think this is the best origin story that they've had in the MCU ever. It might be because I'm more heartwarming towards Captain America, and it just means more to me. But yeah, for me, best MCU origin story they've had. So yeah, thank you for joining us on another episode, and then the next episode of the Retrospective Retro Classic Marvel review is Avengers. So yeah, we'll see you all there for that episode, and we'll see you all next time on another episode coming up on Marvel Mad. Thank you much, and goodbye.